Those clips that you see people circulating about what I said in 2022, about wash, about lies, and so on. And I said, don't wait to circulate this clip. I am telling you the truth like I did in 2022. So Wakatula, I told you, you are being lied to. These things you are being told are not true. I have been in government. These things you are told about budgets are not true. They are lies. Have they come to pass or not? So, and I'm not saying this today, don't wait to circulate this clip again. I'm telling you, we're headed the wrong direction as a country. So, sababu, we fought for independence, we are an independent country, we have a constitution. How will you go to a church? Wewe hata niambie, au unaingia kanisa namna gani na polisi kupiga watu tia gazi kwa kanisa? Hata yule ambaye alitoroka, tafadhali mumwambie arudi haraka atutoe urogi, sababu sisi, how can we live like that as a country? Bishop, kama hawa wazee wanatuongoza hapa, watu wa Mungu wamewekea mikono, wanatuzungumzia eti uingie hapa kuwapiga tia gazi hawa. Yani, what is happening ni kasumba ile ya kusoea mpaka umelewa na uongozi na nguvu. You are drunk with power. That's why I'm telling you, my fellow Kenyans. Kwanza tuombe nchi yetu. Pili, sisi tukae pamoja, kwa sababu najua wakati shida iko kwa nchi namna hii, tunaweza kudanganywa tuanze kugawanyika. Nimeanza kuona jana kwa social media mambo mengine imeanza kuingia ya kusema sijui ni kabila fulani, sijui kabila hii kutoka Mount Central. Shida yetu si kabila Kenya hii. Shida yetu ni uongozi mbaya. Na uongozi mbaya si kabila. Ama namna gani? Yeah. Why are you not running for president? It was a difficult question that time. Then I said, so I always tell people that, you know, frankly, tutaomba sisi wote tumuulize Mwenyezi Mungu. I think God's timing is the right time. Tujitoe kwa Mwenyezi Mungu and then his will be done. Sababu huyo mzee ambaye aliuliza, kiongozi wa kanisa ambaye aliuliza hilo swali, aliendelea kusema mambo mingi, kusema oh, you know, you've done this in government, umekuwa ukiendesha namna hii, mbona wewe usisimame? Nikasema wamesimama wawili wa Kenya wenzetu, tuwaangalie wote and then God's time will happen. I actually don't know whether this is God's time. I have just offered myself. If it is God's time, I've just offered myself. And Bishop, as you have said, and I trust you will pray for me, so that if it's God's time, his will be done. All I can promise as a mortal man, as a human being, is that if I'm so blessed and so lucky to be the one to have that opportunity to contribute to my beloved country, I will not let my God down, and I will not let my fellow Kenyans down. Na wakati huu ni wakati wa uhuru, unaweza simama uongee yako na huyu ongee yako. Siasa ni kama soko. Nauza nyanya zako, na huyu auza avocado yake, na huyu alete ndizi zake, na mwingine aleta avocado zake kama zimeoza, uone vile ziko. Alafu sasa wakununua ndiye ataamua huyu alinidanganya 2022 na ameleta tena avocado zile alileta 2022 siwezi kwenda kwake. Just because it's very urgent and very important. Even within these 19 months that are left for this administration, can they actually have an urgent consultative meeting with critical role players in the education sector to save the parents the pain of this madness? I mean, get the professionals, the Secondary Schools Heads Association, the Kenya Primary Schools Heads Association, get the unions, get the Parents Association, get the faith-based leaders. Kwa sababu kanisa has invested heavily in education. In fact, there is no way in this country would have moved forward in education without the church. Kanisa imeegeza kabisa kwa elimu. Ukiangalia shule zetu zote kubwa, nyingi zilianzishwa na kanisa. Tafadhali ninawaomba hawa ndugu zetu wako kwa serikali, kwa sababu mko hapo kwa hii miezi 19 iko mbele yetu. Si sasa muite hawa wote wasee wa kanisa, viongozi, professional leaders kwa room. Wengine wawaeleze the pain and the challenges that the parents are facing. Can we solve this chaos that you have created in the education sector? Sababu sasa tunaendaje Singapore na ushenzi kama huu? Yeah. Sababu sasa ni story tu, yani kazi inashinda, tunaanza story. Ili tusahau yale iko hapa, tunaanza kuambia habari ya Singapore. You can't place children in school. The most basic thing on earth, you can't. You are not able to explain why you reduced the capitation. You can't explain. Watoto wale wa class 6, grade 6, are moved on. Their results are not out. They don't know what has happened. Would you rather actually have the bus or have a better dormitory? So?
And we are trying to this contest that we have.
Honestly, if this was your personal family matter, would you buy a bus first or make sure your children are sleeping in a better place? Would you rather buy a comfortable car driving around and your children are living like this?
Even a coat of paint will not cost you much.
And that money that you have spent on that bus actually could build a whole brand new dormitory. And you don't drive around every day. When you need to move students from point A to point B, you can actually hire a bus, or you can talk to a neighboring school, agree with the neighboring school, share a bus, and instead of sinking all that 9 million or so in a bus, use it to build a new infrastructure. Lafu sasa wazazi wanaambiwa leta pesa ya basi na watoto wao wanalala hivi. I'm straining not to shed it here. Look,
yes, we
this
came
is how
here,
our children live.
we came here and we
na sisi tunalipwa na Wakenya kufanya hivi haki ya Mungu mbele ya Mungu. Honestly, look.
Sir, we came here and we wrote a report and it is supposed to be implemented. We told him to convene a BOM meeting and discuss that report because we were also paying the same way. Sir, we came here and...
Okay, let me ask you.
Yes, sir.
You came here,
yeah.
You wrote a report,
yeah.
And you came, then what happened?
We told, there's a follow-up and the castle.
The report doesn't change the life of this child.
Yes, sir.
If I were you, I would live here. The report doesn't change the life of this child who lives like this. You're presiding over a school where the principal and his board spends millions to buy a bus. Look at how our children are sleeping. Let's go. There is no empowerment that you can ever give a population than access to education. Access to education is the strongest and most powerful empowerment you can do to a population. Sasa mzee, wende kupea watu shilingi 200 na maharawe, their children are not going to school, they will not afford going to school in January. What are we actually doing?